Hello beloved souls, it's Adele here. This video speaks to a subtle experience that often arises as awareness deepens, one that many awakened individuals recognize inwardly, yet rarely hear spoken about with clarity, compassion, or without bypassing reality. As consciousness matures and the heart opens, a deeper love for humanity often becomes very real and very present, not as an ideal or philosophy, but as a lived orientation of the heart, rooted in compassion, unity, and care for life itself. And yet, alongside this love, a contrasting experience may also quietly emerge. Engaging with humanity can begin to feel heavier, more complex, or more confronting than it once did. This is not only about energetic sensitivity, it is layered, it is relational, it is collective. It can appear in simple moments, a conversation that lingers in the body longer than expected, or a crowded space that requires time to unwind from. But it can also arise when witnessing the darker side of human story. The wars, the destruction of land and ecosystems, the harm humans inflict upon other living beings and upon one another through their words or actions. This is a crucial phase all awakened individuals must pass through, where the light of humanity becomes clearer, and so does its shadow. Holding both at once can feel disorienting. To deeply love humanity while witnessing its violence, fear, and unconsciousness without turning away, without closing or hardening the heart, is not a small inner task. This is the place where many awakened souls find themselves learning how to hold the line, as explored in the video, Holding the Line, Discernment in a Polarized World, where the line is not a divider between opposites, but the steady presence that holds the entire field of humanity, much like the yin and yang symbol together represent the whole of Earth, where the line means staying anchored in divine communication and in the heart, enabling one to remain in unity, love, and compassion, without being pulled into polarity or duality. Holding the line does not mean withdrawal, nor a lack of love. It is an inner tension of divine love embodiment, learning how to remain aligned, at peace within oneself, and sovereign, while staying open to humanity as it truly is. This video gently explores that threshold. It offers language for an experience many awakened individuals are already moving through, and it points toward a way of loving humanity, light and shadow included, without abandoning or betraying one's true self in the process. There is a simple distinction that can bring a lot of clarity to this conversation: the difference between loving humanity and being in love with humanity. We all know from everyday life that it's possible to love someone deeply and sincerely, and yet not always want constant closeness, interaction, or shared space with them. Love can be real, heartfelt, and unwavering, even when it is expressed from a little distance. At the same time, we also know what it feels like to be in love with someone, when we want to be around them, when we seek their presence, miss them when they are not there, and naturally move toward closeness, participation, and shared experience. Both forms of love are valid, and both exist in human relationships. In much the same way, our relationship with humanity can manifest itself in two distinct orientations. Loving humanity speaks to the heart's deeper alignment, a recognition of our shared essence, our shared origin, and the inherent worth of human life. Being in love with humanity, on the other hand, often expresses itself through engagement, involvement, and active participation in collective life as it is. Neither orientation is wrong. People move between these expressions of love based on many factors: their sensitivity, their life experiences, their stage of inner integration, and the depth of their spiritual awakening. Some are called to serve humanity from from a place of presence and proximity, while others hold humanity from a wider, more spacious, unified field of love. As consciousness continues to evolve, the heart often begins to invite something deeper, not a rejection of either orientation, but a balance between them. A love that can remain spacious without closing or losing itself, and that can engage with humanity with clarity and compassion, while still knowing when closeness is aligned and when space is needed. This balance becomes especially important in real-life situations where distance is not always a choice. In families, workplaces, or social environments where regular contact is unavoidable. In these moments, love is not measured by emotional closeness or agreement, but by the ability to stay rooted in the heart while navigating difference, friction, and contrast, without compromising or betraying one's own values. This is the invitation to unconditional love, not to withdraw from humanity, nor lose oneself within it, but to remain grounded, open, and kind within the complexity of being human, even when facing the shadow sides of humanity. As one begins to accept the heart's calling to embody higher love for humanity, a subtle unease may surface, a sense of caution or apprehension that being among humanity again could dilute one's inner clarity, disturb one's peace, or pull one back into patterns that have already been outgrown. For many sensitive and awakened individuals, this is not theoretical. It is felt deeply in the body, the nervous system, and somatically. There is often a very real awareness of how powerful collective energy can be, how emotions spread, how stories and opinions gain momentum, how unconscious patterns move quickly through groups. From that awareness, an instinct to protect one's inner alignment can arise, not because people are wrong, but because what has been cultivated inside feels precious. There is a desire to remain strongly connected to the heart, to preserve inner peace, and not to lose the stillness and clarity that took time to grow. This can show up as hesitation or reluctance to step back into environments that feel rushed, reactive, or emotionally discordant. We may be searching for answers to these honest questions. Can I stay true to myself here? Can I remain grounded, present, and heart-led without slipping back into old patterns of reactivity or overwhelm? What matters here is recognizing that this is not fear. It is a transitional phase that appears because something real has integrated. When alignment with the divine self becomes lived rather than conceptual, one's inner system needs time to trust that it is stable, that it will not disappear the moment one re-enters the world, and that trust does not grow through forcing oneself outward, nor through withdrawing further inward. It grows gently through experience as we begin to discover that inner coherence can stay with us, not by resisting humanity, but by remaining rooted in the heart while moving within it. At some point, the question we ask ourselves becomes very practical. Not, am I aligned? But, can I stay aligned with divine love or divine self when life is happening? Not just in silence or during meditation, but in the supermarket queue, in conversations, in groups, in shared spaces. In everyday moments where life is imperfect, emotional, unscripted, chaotic, and challenging. Because the truth is, many people, at different phases of their lives, are moving through the world unconsciously rather than always living from the heart, and often operating from fear, survival, conditioning, profit, habit, or autopilot. We see it in small ways: impatience, indifference, self-interest. And in much larger ways too, in systems that often prioritize money over care, in violence between groups, in war, in the destruction of land, animals, and ecosystems, in ways in which differences such as skin color, religion, nationality, or socioeconomic status can be used to create separation and division in human society, in the way humans so often harm one another through words, actions, and choices. And so, the real question becomes this: can I stay connected to love while witnessing all of that? Can I look at both the light and the shadows of humanity without turning away, without hardening my heart, without becoming numb, cynical, or angry? This is where many sensitive and awakened individuals hesitate, not because they lack compassion, but because they feel and love so deeply. There is a knowing that exposure to the world's chaos can be overwhelming. Staying open to humanity might mean being pulled into outrage, grief, despair, or a lowered emotional state. And so, the instinct to retreat can arise, not from rejection, but from self-protection. When the call to fall in love with life and humanity arises, so does a deeper invitation to self-trust. Trust in the transformation that has already taken place. Trust in the years spent learning, clearing, integrating, softening, and aligning. Trust that our connection to the heart, to the higher self, to Source, has grown a lot stronger than ever before. Trust that it does not vanish the moment one witnesses suffering, violence, cruelty, or injustice. Staying aligned with the heart, or with divine love, does not mean becoming passive. It does not mean approving of harm, or pretending everything is fine or bypassing reality. It means allowing the heart to stay open while seeing clearly. It means letting compassion inform action rather than overwhelm it. From this place, guidance can arise naturally. How to respond, when to speak, when to act, when to rest, and when to hold presence. This is how love becomes embodied, not as an idea, but as a lived stance, a quiet strength that can face humanity, light and shadow, and remain rooted in kindness, compassion, and inner peace, not by shutting down, not by fighting reality, but by standing in the heart while moving through it. A simple inner orientation that can help here is this: I can witness what is and remain rooted in love. Not to fix everything, not to carry the weight of the world, but to stay present, heart-led and steady, even in the midst of humanity. Now that this reflection is coming to a close, let us bring everything together with a gentle reminder. Maintaining balance, connection with your higher self, and inner peace are at the heart of fully re-engaging with life. Living a balanced life begins with knowing yourself, your likes and dislikes, your boundaries, what feels aligned with your true self, and what contracts your energy. This deep self-knowledge, cultivated during periods of withdrawal throughout spiritual awakening and transformation, is essential. It is not only about stepping away from external noise, but about learning to move through life with clarity and integrity, guided by the wisdom of your own heart. Trust in the person you have become. Trust that the inner work you have done, the alignment, the integration, the embodied love and discernment, gives you the capacity not only to endure, but to thrive. To live a life filled with joy, meaning, purpose, and the quiet satisfaction of being fully yourself. As Morpheus said in The Matrix, don't think you are, know you are. Know the truth of who you are. Every act of alignment, every moment of integrity, every choice to live from the heart contributes to the expansion of humanity's consciousness. Step forward into life knowing that you are playing a part in shaping a more conscious, loving, and harmonious world simply by being yourself. You are not only witnessing the change, you are the very embodiment of it. And as you move through the world, you become the change you wish to see. Inspiring the awakening of hearts, one person at a time, simply by embodying your true self every day. Walk gently, live openly, and allow your presence to ripple outward as a living embodiment of Source itself, inspiring the world that it's truly possible to live with love, compassion, joy, and truth, even amid the complexity of human life. If this message spoke to your heart, may it support you in engaging with life and humanity with greater balance, knowing when closeness serves, when distance is wise, and how to remain anchored in your heart either way. Together, we raise the frequency of Earth. Every time one more person lives with clarity, balance, and conscious presence within humanity. See you in the next video, where we'll take another step toward health, balance, and higher vibration.